Okay, there are two places, maybe three, I'll mention the third, but really two main spaces in my studio where I keep all of my paper. Now this right here is where I keep my 12 by 12 paper, all of it. So my cardstock and then my designer paper. This is a Kallax unit. It is right by the closet made cube where I do all of my pretty packaging. So if you missed last week's video, I will link it up in the corner and you can click on it. And all of that is my pretty packaging. And then there's some decorative items. And then you can see, I think last week when I shared this, all of this was empty, but you can see I have my club projects and club products that is starting to stack up there for the month. Directly next to that is this Kallax unit. Now I wanted this Kallax unit specifically for my paper. So my original plan was to stack, to have this Kallax unit, which is a 2 by 4, and then to have a 4 by, like a 2 by 2, which would be this right here, stacked on top of it. And then when I was doing this, it was in the middle of when everything was shut down, and it took 1,000 years to get the last few pieces from IKEA that I needed. And I only was able to get this at the time. Well, I put it together and I was like, maybe I don't really need that next. Maybe I don't need those extra 4 cubes. I have so much storage in this room that's empty as it is. I may, just because of what I put in this unit, I may go ahead and do that at a later time. I don't know. I'm still kicking around that idea. So this is a Kallax unit. I did it in white. My other 2 Kallax units are black. I did it in white. Here on this wall, most of the furniture is white. Okay, so on the bottom here, I'm not going to go into too much organization here because I'm really just wanting to show you my paper organization. These are all page protectors. So the albums that are down here, and then all of these boxes are page protector. And then these 4 containers here are planner items. And then there's a few boxes of page protectors. So really that's just what's down there. And I can show you guys that at a later time. These right here are where I keep all of my 12 by 12 paper. So the containers that I have these in are from the Container Store, but don't get scared, right? I say Container Store and you're like, oh my God, they're probably $100 a piece. They're not. These are like the cheapest things at the Container Store. I think the large one, which is this one here, is $3.99. And then the medium one is like $2.99. And then there's a really skinny one that is $1.99. Now up here is all my current colored cardstock. So now the only downfall to this unit is it is directly across from my big window. So there's that big huge window right there. A lot of light comes in here, and so it is exposed to the light. That's, it can fade your cardstock. I've thought about putting a thing here to cover all of this. I might do that if it starts to become an issue. All of my 12 by 12 cardstock used to be underneath a counter. So I don't know if it's going to drastically affect it or not. So this is all my current Stampin' Up cardstock, meaning these are all current colors. And I just have it organized by brights, subtles, regals, neutrals, and that's what's in these 2 containers. And then I have some black cardstock. We actually don't sell 12 by 12 black anymore. I don't think, oh, maybe it comes in a packet of other colors. So I just have a back stock of it. And then over here, I have my designer paper that is current. So I just pull this whole container out, and this is organized by large annual catalog stuff is here, and then mini catalog stuff is here. And I just organize it in these clear bags that I get, and then I can pull that out. And then over here, this is just retired colors of Stampin' Up cardstock. I only have Stampin' Up cardstock now. Now, I used to have probably 4 times this amount of 12 by 12 cardstock that was not Stampin' Up. It was cardstock that I had collected years ago. I just recently, in fact, like 2 weeks ago, took that to the school and donated it because I never reach for it because I'm using Stampin' Up ink. And so I'm usually trying to coordinate a color. And so I just only have Stampin' Up cardstock, and it makes a difference and that things are easier. So in here I have some old glimmer paper from other companies. I have a couple calendars, and then I have some vellum and some specialty gold. Okay, so that's just overflow from this because this is all of my glimmer paper and foil papers and vellums. And I just have them organized by color. So like my red velvet paper, my red foil paper, my red glimmer paper is all together with red. And then just goes gold, silver, black, orange, so on. And that is all Stampin' Up. So I just stock up on it when we have it. Like currently we have black glimmer paper in the fall winter catalog. I will just buy a whole bunch of that to have on hand. Now down here, I purged all of my designer paper. In fact, I will link a video I did many years ago, probably 10 years ago, with a different way that I was organizing the paper. Most of that paper I've gotten rid of. And what I have now is this is all basically Stampin' Up designer paper that is retired, and it is organized by color, which I know that it's a little bit hard to see with the window curtain open, but what I do is this is just, so this is, I think this is, okay, so this is purples and pinks, and then it goes into black, and then neutrals, and then it's in the color of the rainbow. So red, and it's this side. So it's not so much, some of this is the same, like this is a pinkish reddish, and it's the same on both sides. But if it's not, like most of Stampin' Up's cardstock is, but if I have a piece that I've just chosen to pick, like this is green. So I don't know, I pick the color, and it's usually this side. If it's a different color on the back, then I'm using this side. And then it just goes into all the colors. And then this is all I have left from that old set of designer paper that I had, just this container. And this, it also has some Stampin' Up stuff in it. Some extra packs of like celebration stuff and whatnot. But this really right here from all that paper I had years ago, that's all I have left. And then in this are specialty paper packs that I got from, like this is like one sheet. So like if I go to a craft store, which I don't do often, and I pull out paper, I grab that. That's some close to my heart paper that Megan gave me years ago that I've held on to. And then I have some Becky Higgins paper in here. And then I have some actual paper pads that I've gotten. Again, I don't have very many of those. And then this is all of my Echo Park kits, and I just organize them by season. So it starts with spring, it goes into summer, and then autumn, and then Halloween, Christmas, winter, all that. And then I have a few random, like, see, that's a random paper pack. And then some random, like this was Stampin' Up paper, but it's an entire set. It's like a vacation set. And so I have that together. And then I have a little area right here that is just for overflow. But that's mainly my 12 by 12 cardstock and designer paper. So let me show you where I keep my 6 by 6 stuff. Okay, over here on my wall of cubes, and I'll go into this in another video. We'll do this in a separate video. But just so you're oriented with like what is happening, this whole wall right here is closet made cubes. And I have the black and teal fabric cube organizers. And there's all right there. And then there's all of them right here. And then where they meet in the middle here, I have these 6 that are open that I don't put containers in. And that is because they are directly behind me when I'm stamping, and I can access them very easily. So everything is basically things I need to access except that cube right there is old Stampin' Up catalogs. And I keep a catalog from every year. And so that's what that is. So in those spots. I have these containers. And this one is my Stampin' Up! Current. And so in the front is my Memory and More cards. And then I have all my cardstock. So I just have these dividers, basic in colors, subtles, brights, neutrals, regals. And then I have all of the 6x6 designer paper that we have. Just broke up. And I don't label that because they change out so often. And then I have, normally this brushed metal cardstock would go with my 12x12 cardstock because this actually comes in 12x12. But I had it cut into 6x6 packs and I cut too many. And so I just stuck it here, which has worked out because when I grab this, it's easy to grab. And then I have some non-Stampin' Up! 6x6 paper pads, and or some of this is cardstock that was 12x12 that I cut up into 6x6. And like this is some Stampin' Up! One. It was just, I really loved it, and so I cut it into 6x6. Same with this. And I just have that in another one of the containers. And they just sit right behind me. One sits down there and one sits up there. And in general, I really wish all of my paper was together. I wish somehow my 12x12 paper was over here, but it just won't fit. And then my other cardstock is, which is a little hard to see, is right here at the end. And I'll do another entire video on this unit at another time. I just wanted to show you where my designer paper was. And my 12x12 cardstock. So that is it, you guys. That's the video for today. Leave a comment below and let me know what you will want to see next. I love hearing from you guys. And I might do my Stampin' Up! Storage next or this unit next. But next Saturday, I'll do another video sharing some organizational, like an organizational space with you. Yeah, for Saturdays. I'm enjoying doing this. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.